Okay, thank you very much guys for coming here. What's wrong with your hair? Who invited that kid? Anyway, we have a very urgent matter that needs sorting right here, right now. Because we're behind on the mirrorless market, okay? Do you guys know what that means? That means Sony, Fuji, Panasonic, Nikon, they're all ahead of us and we need to release a camera, something that's different in the market, okay? So I need your help on this. What do you guys think about this? Tell me your input.
Okay, so here's something. Why don't we do something big, better and different than others?
Okay, yeah, that's a great start. Okay, I like where you're going with this. So what do you have in mind?
So I'm thinking frame rates. I think they're overrated, and why don't we change them up a bit? So I'm thinking let's remove 30 frames per second from 4K. Let's how about remove 24 frames per second on full HD, and how about we remove 120 frames per second at all? Who needs that anyway, isn't it? It's 2019.
Wow, that's a great idea. I'm sure this will raise some discussion on social media and on the internet. That's fantastic. Well done. So what else? So this YouTuber from the UK, Tech Notice, I think, was it called, and with a funny English accent, yeah, he mentioned that IBIS sounds like a disease. So I'm thinking, why don't we cure the new camera and take the IBIS off? Wow, that's another good idea. Well done. You guys are the absolute best. Let's keep going.
I've got another idea. So, you know, people want cheaper cameras. So why don't we cut a lot of features from the camera, make it really cheap and affordable for everybody?
Yankee Doodles, is that a good idea or what?
So how about we make the camera cheaper? So everybody wants a cheaper camera, right? So, but let's make it cheaper for us to make as well. So to do that, we could like cut loads of video features, for example, from the camera. So it's nice and cheap, you know, not a lot of features.
Wow, what a great day it is.
So let's get rid of C-Log for starters.
Why don't we take the dual pixel autofocus system off the 4K, but leave it on the full 80p, because we could still advertise that the camera has dual pixel autofocus. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Genius! And no one will ever notice.
And let's put a recording limit on it, like 30 minutes. Who needs more than that anyway, right?
Yes, and let's put a crop factor on the 4K. I bet no one's thought of that.
Oh, and this is great. I'm sure we could use like another sensor that we've got lying around somewhere in the factory, like some order that would produce this nice, cool, rolling shutter effect. That would be cool, wouldn't it?
And about the camera batteries, why don't we put the LPE17 battery on the camera? You know, that won't last so long, and then they would have to buy more of them. And that would do a massive favor, because in the factory, yeah, we've produced loads of them and someone needs to buy those. You guys are on fire. That's the one. Now, let's go and get this camera made, okay? But what should we call it? Well, we have the big brother EOS R, so I think it should have an R in it.
How about RP, like a research program?
Or reverse polarity? Yeah. That sounds good. Let's do it. Let's call it RP. I think that's a good idea. So, okay, let's get this camera made. The meeting's over and get on with your days. Go on. Get lost. Get out of my sight. So the specs in that little sketch are actually right. These are all the bad sides of the camera that apparently are in the camera, and that we just have to deal with. Now, I'm not a hater of any particular camera make in there. I'm just making these videos type of kind of for you guys who want a quick update on what's in the camera, what type of camera is it, you know, is it worth getting for a video type of shooting, just a quick overview. That's why I'm making these videos. So now this camera could have been a really good camera, the Canon Eos RP. We had the rumored specs and we had the leaked spec sheet, and it kind of looked pretty good on the paper, and a lot of people were expecting a lot, but Yankee Doodles. Let's now focus on the good sides, what it could have been. Now, I'm sure some of these issues can be fixed on some future firmware upgrades, which Canon is not very famous for fixing things on the firmware upgrades, so we still have to hope that maybe they've changed and, you know, we can get 24 frames per second on full HD, for example. But it does have a flippy out screen. It had the Canon dual autofocus system, not in 4K. It could have been added there. It had a mic jack. It's quite decent on low light, and it cost $1,299 US, which is quite cheap, and you get a free RF or EF to RF converter or mount with it as well. So it could have been really good for vloggers, for entry level camera. For that, it could have been really awesome. But now the biggest thing that I don't really get is that they've released the camera, but the thing is, this camera has no lenses to go with it. Now you're thinking, hold up a second, what are you talking about? Thing is, there is some lenses for the RF mount which go with the EOS R, and Canon's released some more, but they cost over $2,000, over $2,000. They're on sale for $2,100. That's a lot to pay for a lens. It's almost double the price as the camera body. To produce an entry-level camera, they should have also given some kind of entry-level lenses to go with it, so that there is some budget options. But I guess they were counting on that, you know, that they're still using the EF system lenses, because there's a lot of cheap lenses on there to mount on it, so that's kind of the thing. Okay, so this was the quick overview of the Canon EOS RP camera that was just recently launched. So what are your thoughts? What do you guys think? Do you agree? Is there any other specs that maybe kind of pop out for you or should be mentioned? And let me know in the comment section below. I'll be meeting you down there. If you did like this video, hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, because you need me and your subscription feed. You need this type of videos on your feed. You know. Anyway, just hit that subscribe button. Everyone's life will be easier. Trust me, it's just easier if you are subscribed, because, you know, you're not losing out on the content and, you know, all that type of stuff. When you're on the loo, you know, you're, oh shoot, I need some more videos on my subscription feed. You know, here I am. How nice. How you doing? Remember to light the match after you've done your business in the loo, because all the smell will go. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.